Hi, right, well it's that time of year again. The sun's out, it's a little bit windy, but you can't have everything. We're in the UK, we're coming to the start of the season. So we're going to have a look at a van today that we've looked at before. In fact, its little brother we did a video on, and it's been our most successful video of all time. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you seen it? Right Dan, I suppose we better get started, hadn't we? Hi, and welcome to Nick Motorhomes. I'm Andy, and today I have the pleasure of showing you around this new 2025 model WildAx Pulsar Mk2. It's based on the new Fiat Ducato chassis. It has 140 brake horsepower and the new automatic gearbox. It has a length of 5.4 metres, a width of 2.05 metres, and a height of 2.65 metres. It also has a gross vehicle weight of 3,500 kilograms. As you can see, it has the new Fiat and is a very distinctive look. So let's have a look around her and we'll see what we can see. So the first thing with anything on the new Fiat base is, of course, it has this very distinctive look at the front. Looks a bit meaner, a bit more robust than the 2024. Some people are going to like it, others aren't. Me, I'm a fan. The other thing, of course, is this one is in our Tense grey. Many of the greys are available. Our Tense is a very nice colour. As we come round, we have your Fiat alloy wheels. Obviously, we've ordered this with an awning. Now, that will also mean we've got TV area up there, and we do put Wi-Fi in our vans as well. Some dealers will, some dealers won't. Also up on the roof, of course, you've got the solar panel, but that's now part of your standard specification. Electric step to the habitation area. The one thing you tend to find with WildAx is they are very understated when it comes to the graphics on any of their vans. Ironically, apart from the Metre, which they have tended to go a little bit more attractive on those, I personally think. But again, each their own. Of course, you can always tell with the Pulsar Mk2 because you've got the spare wheel just on the back there, and you've got your reversing camera just at the top. Another thing, of course, that you do tend to find with WildAx, not just the camera, but you do have the reversing sensors. Very safe. Electric hookup point, just here. Your fresh water fill just there. Now, when we look down here, of course, you've got your fresh water drain just there as well. Yeah, I mean, 5.4 metres, very compact, very easy to use on a day-to-day basis. What's not to love? So when we're in the cab, the first thing, of course, is it's the new Fiat dash. If you've seen any of the videos we've done on 2025, you'll know that this is so easy to read now. It's digital, everything's precise, it's very easy to use. One thing that WildAx have done for this season is they've actually put on the electric wing mirrors. A lot of people have asked about those in the past, and it's lovely to actually have them on. You've also, of course, got the electric mirrors and you've got your electric windows. On the steering wheel, we've got your cruise control and we've got your stereo controls just on there, and of course your wash wipes and your lights. This one, again, it's in the automatic gearbox. It's very smooth, this new 8-speed. It drives really, really well. A couple of big cup holders down there, which is always an advantage. And again, when you look at things like the upholstery, WildAx do it really, really well. They never make something gaudy. So you can always put your own stamp on it if you wish. You've got cab lines all around. And then, of course, we have your media centre just here. Now, your media centre is lovely. It's big, it's easy to see when you've got it on the sat nav just there. When we go to your home page, again, we've got it connected up to a phone at the moment, so you can see we've got Apple CarPlay. You've also got Android Auto on there. When you pop across, again, it's just showing you what you're connected to, and you've got your DAB radio. That one there, that actually connects with your climate control system. You've got your sat nav that's built into the unit. Obviously your phone. Here again, we can turn the screen on and off, but we can also turn the camera on constantly. So again, if you want to use it as a rear view, you can. And of course we have your apps just over here. Climate control underneath it. And then of course down here you have your stereo controls there to turn your volume up and turn it on and off. We've got your heated mirrors, we've got your lock or unlock your doors, we've got your traction plus, and we've got your hill descent. Yeah, I mean, what's not to love? So the Pulsar Mk2 can travel 4 people and it can sleep 2. Now, the ideal thing with it being able to travel 4 people, of course, is it's not got much of a different footprint to an estate car. So a lot of people would use something like this as a day-to-day traveller. And as you can see at the moment, obviously we've got the captain's seat swiveled, but it's in its 4 travel seat guys. But it doesn't have to be. So for ironic, if you wanted to, what I love with WildAx is the fact of that you can recline these seats a little bit more, so they're a little bit more comfortable. They're not very upright like you find with a lot of motorhomes. But of course, what you can also do, we can slide this down. Pop that into there. Now you'll also notice that got a tabletop just there. There's another one behind this seat, and that's because, of course, you've got these 1, 2, 3 gaps in the floor where you have 2 tables. You can pop on top, but you can move them around to where you want them. But you've also got the backrest then for this one. Which we can pop in just there. So now, of course, you've got a settee. Now, the other thing, which is very rare for a van conversion of this sort of sizes, these can actually be made up into 2 single beds. Now, the cushions for those are in the wardrobe, which we'll go into in a second. If you're going to do that, it does use up, obviously, your wardrobe space. So you gain being able to have the 2 singles, you lose your wardrobe. So it depends who you're going with and how you're going to use it. But it's very easy to make them into a double as well. This one literally works in the same way as the driver, so we will pull that down. That comes across, that pushes in just there. There's a piece that will lock across there, but just doing a basic demonstration, we just take your backrest here. Now this one, it's got a hard back. So you'd put the bar in across, and then that will just sit in the middle. So you can see how quick it is to make up the double bed. Now, the other thing, which I really do love with WildAx, because they put a lot of thought into what they're doing, is your reading lights. Reading light's a reading light. Well, no, because all of these have got a USB in, so you can charge your phone from practically anywhere in the van. So now we've got the lounge from the opposite angle. So the first thing, of course, is you can see we've got good storage just above the cab. That's where your Wi-Fi unit's kept. Also, again, new for this season, you've got the lights in and around the hecky, which are really quite effective. And then you've got this underslung sort of lighting, which again, it's more of a mood lighting. Just really effective, and it's not very bright, so it's not going to blind you. Up here, of course, we've got the main control panel. Now, this will obviously be able to pop your lights on. It shows you fresh, shows your wastewater tanks, or those sorts of things. Over on this side, we've got the button for your tank heaters, and we've got the thermostat for your heating. We'll go into your heating in more detail in a moment. Light switches, and of course your battery monitor. And then of course we've got good cupboard space as well. So again, you've got 3 pretty deep lockers on this side. You've got another one just over here. Underneath here, you've got your aerial point for your TV. And of course, we've got a habitation door fly screen as well. I mean, again, the thing that really hits you with the 540 is it's a compact van, but it doesn't feel very compact. So here we have the control panel for the Truma heating. Now it's a diesel and electric unit, so it's very interactive, and again, it's quite simple to use. First of all, of course, we have your heating or your ventilation. So again, if you just want to have the air circulating, you can pop it on ventilation. For 1 hour heating, you've got your fast or your comfort. And then we have a choice. We can use it on diesel. Now, there's a reason why that's come up, which I'll go into in a second. I want to ignore it for a moment. So we can have it diesel, or we can have it on electric if we were plugged into the mains, and we can have it on 900 watts, or we can have it on 1800. So you'd pick what you want it on. So let's say we want it on diesel. We don't want it on electric. That's okay. So now we can go back, and you can see it's on diesel. And then of course we can set our temperature at whatever we want. So if we want it at 26, and you can see it's currently at 22. We don't need it on for now. So I'm going to press that and it will turn it off. Now, when that orange sign came up, it's gone off now because we flicked it off, but it will come up under notifications, and that's telling you that it was something wrong. Now, because we had it on electric and we're not plugged into the mains, it's saying, hang on a minute, you can't do that. So again, what you might need to do sometimes is to go into notifications once you've done what it's asked you to do, and then press, yeah, okay, reset that, I understand, and then it will take the line off and it will allow you to continue. Now, your water works in the same way as your heating. We can turn it on. We have a choice of we have diesel or we have electric. As you can see at the moment, because we've already put it on for that, that's absolutely fine. We go back and they have a choice of eco, comfort or hot. So your eco would be around about 40 degrees, comfort to be around about 60, and hot about 70 degrees. Be a nice piping hot shower for you there. Again, we're going to turn it off because we don't need it on at the moment. You've got your timers there. You can obviously have your iNet app, so you can have it on your phone. Notifications we've already been into. Turn off, we'll turn off your system. We scroll across, then of course you've got your settings in there. So again, it's things like calibrating your system, or if you want to do it in French, German or Italian, then please feel free. I struggle with English myself, so I think I'll stay with that one. So the one thing you're not short of in any WildAx are 230 volt sockets or USB sockets. So you can see, of course, we've got 230 there, a couple of USBs. Down here we've got another 230 and another couple of USBs. And as we've already said, your reading lights have all got USBs in as well. Decent set of work surface, 2 levels just here. And of course you've got a little storage pocket just there. Your fridge is a compressor fridge. And again, it's a good size, with your cool box on the top. There is a night mode on that as well, so it makes it a little quieter. Your wardrobe, now on this side, this is where you've got your legs for your tables, and as we've already said, the tabletops are behind the 2 seats, and you've got more storage down there. Your wardrobe is here. Now this is where you would keep the extra cushions if you want to make these into 2 single beds. It does kill any hanging space, so it does depend on what you want and how you're going to use it. Oven, you've got your 3 gas hobs just there, and of course you've got your oven grill. Heat shield just there. Obviously pop it out if you're using the grill, so it stops your controls from heating up and melting. Do pop it back in there, it's so easy to catch your trousers on. Now, with it being diesel heating in here, you're not really using an awful lot of gas now. So there's no underslung gas tanks is what you used to get, but that's because they now give you the solar panel and you've got the diesel heating as standard. When we look down just here, this is where you would now keep your gas. Just one small locker, you only need, say, 1 6 kilogram propane. Mixer tap, again, nice and stylish in the new black. And of course, it's got a good sized sink. Storage, just in here. More storage underneath the sink. And again, you've got your isolators in here. There's a small amount of storage, but bear in mind your gas locker obviously comes pretty much to the end of this. Storage pocket just there. Yeah, it does everything you need it to do. Washroom. Come on, Dan, don't be shy. Let's have a look inside. So what we've got, of course, is we've got good storage over on that side, and of course, more just above. Toilet seat does swivel. You do have a mirror, and of course a nice big towel rail just here. As for your shower itself, obviously you've got your sink there, again done with these stylish black fittings. That will pop out and it will attach just in there for your shower. Of course, it's nice as well because you've got your small hecky above, so any condensation goes up and out rather than having to wipe everything down, which can be a real pain afterwards. Down here, you've got your toilet roll holder, and just over on the side there, I don't know if you can see that, Dan, but you've got your heating vent in there as well. So again, it's all heated in here. Carpet just there, and of course you've got your plug just on the floor, just there. It's not massive, but it doesn't need to be. It's a 5.4 metre van, and it's a usable space. And that's as much as you can ask for in a van this size. So, a lot of people have asked for some more technical spec on the videos. Now, I don't just want to go into facts and figures, as those can be found on the manufacturer's website. But, that being said, we can certainly offer some basics. The freshwater tank is 100 litres, and the waste capacity is 80 litres. Bed sizes are, as a double, 130 by 188 centimetres, and both singles are 62 by 178 centimetres. It comes with a 100 amp hour lithium battery and true Macombi D4 heating, which is a gas and electric unit. Now, this is just a fraction of the spec. All the rest can be found on the website, or as I said, you could come and see it for yourselves and have a look around one here at our base at Lauriston Park, just outside of Evesham. There's nothing quite like getting your hands on a van you're interested in. The real beauty of this van conversion though is the fact that you can drive it on a standard driver's licence, so there's no need for a C1 licence. Also, because it's not much different in size to an estate car, you can take it pretty much anywhere and get to the places that a larger motorhome would struggle to get to. Now, this is great if you're still working but like to make the most of your weekends, or if you enjoy getting out and about to those out of the way places. This motorhome really can be used every day. You can even take it to go and do your shopping if you wish. For a full list of features on this model, please refer to the specification list on our website at nickwayle.com. Or why not give us a call and come and see it for yourself. We look forward to seeing you soon. Right, Dan, I'm off. So I'll see you back at base. Bye-bye.